right, thank you guys. Norwich City squares off against Southampton, and that's going to be a 1 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Southampton is plus 120, totals 2.5 juice to the over. The draw's plus 245, and if you like Norwich in an upset, they're plus 220 for some money line cash. And following Wednesday's sports wagering action, I improved to 16-2 in my last 18 extra daily pick tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. That's the $2.99 membership there. And that's a really great website where I sell sports pick subscriptions, and they actually begin at just $1.99 through the end of the month. Now, the extra daily pick is one of those packages that I sell, as I'm also 21-5 in my last 26 picks in that very same category as well. And that's good for 81% during that stretch. I also have a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to on that page. And if you just want to check out the website, maybe browse a little bit, check out my current record, link for that website is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Norwich has won 2 out of their last 3, and that includes a 1-0 shutout win over third place Leicester City. They're taking on a Southampton squad who lost 2 out of their last 3 themselves, and that includes a 1-0 shutout loss to the 13th place Newcastle United club. They also lost to 16th place West Ham United 3-1 during that stretch as well. Southampton ranks 18th out of 20 teams in total goals allowed, really struggling defensively. They're also currently in 14th place in the English Premier League. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Southampton's last 3 got over the total of 2.5 goals. Matter of fact, 5 out of their last 7 also got over that number. Give me the underdogs, Norwich, +1, catching the goal on the goal line, and the over 2.5 in that match. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Friday's soccer action. And guys, hey, the weekend is finally here. It's right around the corner. Now, before we dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Wednesday's sports wagering action, I improved to 16-2 in my last 18 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. Of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And one of those packages is called the Extra Daily Pick Tier Membership. It's only $2.99 through the end of the month. And in addition to going 16-2 in my last 18, I'm also hitting at 21-5 in my last 26 picks in that category as well. And that's good for 81% during that span. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, let's go ahead and dive into some more free content. And we're going to take a look at Tottenham versus Manchester United, and that's going to be a 3:15 p.m. Eastern start time. Manchester used the $1.45 favorite, totals 2.5 flat. The draw's plus 235, and if you like Tottenham in an upset, they're plus 185 for some money line cash. Now, Tottenham's last match was a 3-0 shutout loss to Leipzig in the UEFA Champions League. Matter of fact, Tottenham hasn't won a match in their last 6 straight, and that includes a 3-2 loss to Wolverhampton during that span as well. Man U, on the other side, is coming off 3 consecutive shutout victories themselves before the quarantine. They haven't lost a match in their last 11 straight, holding their opponents scoreless in 9 out of those contests. Now, Manchester United, they've given up just 2 goals in their last 11 contests, and they find themselves ranking 4th out of 20 teams in total goals allowed. They're giving up just 1.03 goals per contest. Man U's currently in 5th place in the standings, just 3 points back of Chelsea for that 4th place position. They also rank 5th in total goals scored. Pretty productive offensively as of late as well. Now, scoring-wise, 2 out of Manchester's last 3 got over the total of 2.5 goals. 4 out of their last 6 also got over that total. Meanwhile, on the Tottenham side, 3 out of their last 5 got over that number themselves. So with all that said and done, all told, give me Manchester United winning this one outright in the over 2.5 in that contest. All right, next matchup, it is going to be in the Spanish La Liga. I'm talking about Granada squaring off against Villarreal, and that's going to be a 1:30 p.m. Eastern start time. Villarreal's the plus money favorite at plus 145. Totals 2 goals, juice to the under. The draw's plus 210, and if you like Granada to get the job done here, they're plus 205 for the win in this one. Now, Granada hasn't lost a match in their last 7 straight, and they've beaten the likes of 6th place Getafe, along with a 3-0 shutout victory over Osasuna during that stretch. They also beat Valladolid 2-1 and Athletic Bilbao in Copa del Rey action by the final of 2-1 as well. They're taking on a Villarreal team who's been victorious in just 3 out of their last 8 themselves. They lost to Leganes, Athletic, and Atletico, along with a 4-2 loss to Mirandes in Copa del Rey action. Villarreal's averaged just 0.8 goals per contest in their last 5 as well. And when it comes to the scoring in this one, oddly enough, just 3 out of their last 15 actually stayed under the total of 2 goals. Meanwhile, on the other side, Granada's last 4 straight failed to stay under the total of 2 goals themselves. Matter of fact, just 1 out of their last 7 stayed under the 2. So with all that said and done, give me Granada plus 1 and the over 2 goals in that contest. Next matchup, Mallorca squaring off against Leganes in a 4 p.m. Eastern start time. Mallorca's the plus money favorite at plus $1.75. Very generous price point there. Totals 2 goals, juice to the over. The draw's plus $1.85, and if you like Leganes, they're plus $1.80 for an outright win. Now, Leganes has played slightly more competitive football than Mallorca recently, in my personal opinion, of course. Now, in addition to losing just 3 out of their last 6, one of those losses came against first-place Barcelona, where they were highly competitive with them until the final minutes, really. Very good showing for them despite the loss. They also held Celta Vigo to just 1 goal in their matchup with them, while also playing Alaves and Real Betis to draws. And out of Leganes' last 18 matches, they've only lost just 6 of them. They pitched shutouts against the likes of Espanyol, Murcia, Ebro, Atletico, and Betis during that span, and of course that includes non-league competition. They are taking on a Mallorca squad who's currently on a 2-match losing streak, both of those losses coming by way of shutout. They were blanked by Villarreal 1-0, while also getting decimated by Barcelona by 4 goals in that contest. Mallorca has been victorious in just 2 out of their last 10, and ranks dead last in the league in total goals allowed. And speaking of the total-wise in this one, 2 out of Mallorca's last 3 got over the number of 2 goals. Meanwhile, on the Leganes side, just 2 out of their last 9 stayed under that number themselves. So with all that in mind, give me Leganes winning this one outright and the over 2 goals in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Sevilla taking on Barcelona, and that's going to be a 4 p.m. Eastern start. Barcelona's minus 105, totals 3 goals. The draw's plus 270, and Sevilla's plus 275 for an upset win. Now, Sevilla has been victorious in just 6 out of their last 18, including losses to the likes of Celta Vigo, Mirandes, and Real Madrid. They're taking on a first-place Barcelona team who's coming off 3 straight shutout victories. They've only lost just 1 out of their last 8, and they're giving up just 0.75 goals per contest on average during that span. Barcelona ranks first in total goals scored with 69. Just for reference purposes, that's 17 more goals than the second-ranked team in total goals. They're 5 points ahead of Real Madrid in the standings, and when it comes to the scoring in this one, 4 out of Barcelona's last 5 stayed under the total of 3 goals. Meanwhile, on the Sevilla side, they saw their last 2 straight stay under that number themselves. Just 2 out of their last 7 got over 3 goals. So with all that said and done, give me FC Barcelona minus 105 and the under 3 goals in that contest. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Thursday or Friday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.